And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Adley LaForge reporting from the sidelines. Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past month for Khalil Ware.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him early.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Daniels out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Kispert in at the small forward position. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Wiggins in at the power forward. Now, Greg, this is an exciting part of the season, isn't it? The trade deadline is behind us, and we're going to start seeing guys around the league in new uniforms. The stage is set for it.
Yeah, we saw some teams make some moves to get better as we come up on the All-Star break. It'll be interesting to see how those new additions mesh.
Now Adebayo. After the missed three from Corey Kispert. Hero, no good. Daniels against Mitchell. Daniels passes to Kispert. Pass to Alexander-Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Daniels, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my. So much force in Bam's game right there.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Okongwu finds Kispert. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Here's Powell. Adebayo the screen. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the Miami front office, Stan, hinting at personnel and philosophical changes after last season.
Well, when you win 37 games, there's obviously cause for change. And the Heat are never complacent, Kevin, and they've got no interest in full-scale rebuilds.
The free throw drops for Powell. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game. Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. Hero against Daniel. Kispert, wide open, he fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Kispert's got 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Powell. Backed in off the glass.
When he's not on the perimeter, this is where Powell is scoring, right near the hoop.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Daniels. Pass to Johnson. Daniels, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Johnson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, Johnson is such a strong guy. He has no problem finishing against physical D.
Offensive rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Okongwu. Pass to Daniels. Pocket 6. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Johnson. Miami grabs the miss. This scheme coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And a lot of that was game plan. Putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
Now, Kispert. After Norman Powell missed from long range. Okongwu with a screen on Wiggins. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. They trail by 1. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
Pass to Daniel. And here is Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. They get it back. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
One shot.
And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time, and as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
For 3, Mitchell. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Hawks leading by 4. Johnson attacking over Mitchell, and the basket by Johnson.
Well, a successful drive is about timing and control. Johnson had both going for him there.
Miami's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Mitchell passes to Powell. And they get it. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Pass to Kispert. Back to Alexander Walker. And it's Kispert in the corner. With the teardrop. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. And he hammers that one right down into the face of Jalen Johnson.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Camp, brought to you by AT&T. Now here's Johnson, 33 points last game. Alexander Walker with the ball. Second chance shot, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator aside from Tyler Hero. For all his growth, teams have been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
Hawkins with the ball, defended by Alexander Walker. Hero scanning the floor. It's good.
Well, look, Hero is a tough competitor. He doesn't back away from getting hit while shooting the ball.
Miami shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, Tyler Hero. If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line.
That's good from Hero.
Well, remember, Hero came into the league as a scorer, and he's only gotten better, continuing to round out his game.
Kispert finds Alexander Walker. Now, here's Kispert. Hawkins defending. Atlanta again, missing.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Hawks have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Hero. Okongwu kicks to Kispert. Outside Daniel. And a miss there on the triple. Miami trailing. Powell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hero. Takes a three. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has three key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, it's not easy being a 6'9" center in the NBA. But Bam holds his own fine with most of the 7-footers out there.
The Hawks making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. And the free throw is good, now leading by one. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the four without question.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Hawkins. They get it back. Adebayo. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up two on the second effort.
Well, that's exactly what Adebayo's out there to do off the ball. Work the glass and get his team second chance opportunities.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Norman Powell.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Smith subbed in for Tyler Hero. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Johnson. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
So it's the Hawks now. It's a three-point game. Now, Kennard. He He has yet to score. Pass to Okongwu. Now McCollum. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that comes from McCollum's tenacity, because you have to have an edge to get that and one shot to fall.
For Atlanta, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Yaka Jonas is checked in for Smith.
What's up?
Throw good, McCollum.
Yeah, for some reason, McCollum has always flown under the radar, but he's a constant threat to score 20-plus points, and he does it efficiently.
Here's Yaka Jonas. Pass to Jovic. Hits it from three-point range. Jovic has got 5 points so far.
Well, we see this more and more nowadays from big men like Jovic. Great touch from deep.
Okongwu dishes to Johnson. And here is Okongwu. Now here's Johnson for the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Yaka Jonas. Here's Larson. Defended by Alexander Walker. Here's Jovic. Over in the corner, Jaquez. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The Heat need to get a shot off. The shot by Yaka Jonas, no good. Atlanta has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to McCollum. Back to Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. He's got 9.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
There's 1:26 left in the first. Here's Larson. No scoring in this one. Here's Yaka Jonas. He's guarded by McCollum. There's a screen. The shot by Yaka Jonas, no good. The Hawks leading. Inside. Here's Johnson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Larson. His last outing with 20 points. Pass to Ware. To end the run. Here's Jovic. Here's Larson. Defended by Alexander Walker. Here's Yaka Jonas. Drains it from beyond the arc. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. Stolen away. Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for the Atlanta Hawks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They got Kennard. He's out there with McCollum. And it's Newell in at the 4 spot. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Guys, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. The Heat with the lead. Down low. Out to Powell. To the paint. Here's Jovic. Pass to Ware. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's McCollum. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Nails the wide open jump shot.
Right in Kennard's wheelhouse. They set him up perfectly, and he delivers.
Ware passes to Powell. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Powell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's McCollum, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
They throw good, McCollum. And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk. It's got to be early, it's got to be loud, and it's got to be repeated.
Here is Daniels. 8 points his last outing. Here's Hawkins, and it's blocked. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Powell in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, I'll tell you, Powell can score just about any way he needs to. Contact does not bother him.
Now here's McCollum. 6 points for him. Larson with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Knocks down the 3 ball. And it's a 5-point Heat lead.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
They set the pick. A 3 from McCollum. The Hawks again can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Ware. Powell outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Larson. Takes the 3. Rebound by Kispert. McCollum outside. And here is Johnson. To the inside. Hawkins with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Pass to Ware. Launches it. And Jovic gets it to go. Jovic has got 8 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Loud Lobbed up there for Johnson. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. Count that bucket.
For a vet like Powell, they know you have to cash in transition.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Miami calls timeout. Get ready to get hyped, fans. It's your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Okongwu is checked in for the Hawks. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Heat. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And, of course, Atlanta, 3 games behind.
Well, right now for Miami, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
McCollum finds Kispert. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's McCollum. Pass to Kispert. Trying to end the drought. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ware with it. Okongwu on him. Ware passes to Jaquez. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jaquez.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Wiggins is checked in for the Heat. And so it's Atlanta with it. They trail by 11. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson in the corner. Kispert setting the pick for Johnson. Kispert on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Kispert's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor. We know Johnson is a high-level athlete and has great control through contact.
And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game, because Jalen Johnson can really play, and I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA. Well, over just a few years, Jalen Johnson has been able to transform himself into an offensive force. Give him credit for putting in the work.
Now, Hero. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Throws it up high, and stolen by Okongwu. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance, and a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the 3.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
The Hawks trail by 5. Daniels with it. Picked up by Hero. Okongwu, the pass to McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Well, you look at Ware, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him.
Shooting 2.
We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
That free throw, no good.
Look, a leader both on and off the floor. You can tell McCollum's teammates really look up to him.
No luck that time either. Miami leading by 5. Baseline try. The shot by Powell, no good. The Hawks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Johnson up top. Pass to Daniels. Johnson with a screen on Powell. Here's Kispert. Johnson, that's for 2. And that one is off. Break D that time from Adebayo. In the corner, it's Wiggins. To end the cold streak. Powell outside. Pass to Ware. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Daniels.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for the Heat. Pass to Hero. Wiggins surveying the floor. Back to Hero from past the arc. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Outside, Hero. In the corner, Powell with it. From the wing. Rebound by Kispert. Atlanta with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Kispert on the wing. Johnson outside. Pass to Daniel. A 3 from McCollum. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Miami's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here come the Heat dancers, everybody. Let's get wild!
The Heat making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Atlanta. Higgins outside. Mitchell, this is to Ware. 6 to shoot. Back to Mitchell to stop the drought. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Daniel. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. From T. Johnson. Rebound by the Heat. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. That's now 8 points for Bam Adebayo. The Hawks trail. Alexander Walker with the ball. And Adebayo sends it back.
What a defensive force. Bam sees him cut at the rim and denies him the bucket.
And checking out some numbers for Daniels, the past month has been surreal. Getting around 12 points a game, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Well, part of why he's playing so well is in how they're using him. They're not asking him to do things that are outside of his skill set.
The Heat making a switch here. Hawkins is checked in. Hero against Daniels. Baseline jumper. The second effort. Adebayo. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Lobbed up there for Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Here's Mitchell. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. Alexander Walker finds Johnson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Johnson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And the big-time scoring night from Johnson continues. This guy has solidified himself as a very good prop.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now, Hero. Adebayo with a screen on Daniels. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got the game tied up here for Miami. It's all tied in Miami. Hallie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Miami, 47.
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter right after this halftime break.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half. few things for them to focus on. More presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And maybe the guards need to crack back, get in there and help out.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. Master Funkman asks if you could harness the power from one of your former team's nicknames, which would it be?
Well, that's easy for me. The Kings. They have a lot of power. But I'm going to probably go with the Rockets because I could fly at a very high speed.
That's easy. I'll take the Magic because my powers would be limitless.
Good choices. I'm not sure what kind of powers you'd be getting if you went with the Lakers.
Maybe take out my yacht.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Norman Powell is out there with Wiggins. And it's Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero into the two. So that's where Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's Hero after the basket by Atlanta. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Nailed from three-point land. Wiggins has got 5.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
You know, Wiggins affects the game, Coach, in a number of ways. Let's begin by talking about his defense.
Great place to start with Wiggins, Kevin, because I think that's the strength of his game. He is long. He can really move his feet. He's got great discipline and focus. And the biggest thing you can have in any defender, he's got great want to. This guy wants to go out and make it tough on the best players in the game.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Daniel. They set the pick. Pass to Johnson. Over Wiggins. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Over Daniels. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Kisper with it. Picked up by Hero. Here's Alexander Walker. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Okongwu against Adebayo. Powell kicks to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Kispert, and he uses the glass on the layup. 10 points for him.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Hero against Daniel. And here is Hero. He has 5. Clock at 4. Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall.
Shoot 2.
That free throw missing.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
He's off on the second. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. In fourth, the Heat.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Powell dishes to Wiggins. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Wiggins has got 9. The Hawks trail. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Bam Adebayo. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Putting up about 22 points per 10 rebounds and 3 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Daniels finds Okongwu. There's the drive. And Okongwu slams it in.
What a vicious throwdown by the big man Okongwu. He doesn't mess around on the drive.
Hero passes to Wiggins. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Alexander Walker. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Johnson's shot is off. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Heat. Powell outside. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Inside. And Adebayo throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Well, Bam has this action down cold. He knows exactly where to place himself in the pick and roll.
Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by Mitchell. Johnson with a screen on Hero. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Alexander Walker's got 12.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
The Heat trailing. Mitchell up top, defended by Alexander Walker. Mitchell outside. Out to Powell. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point land. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Alexander Walker finds Daniels. Back to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on Powell. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. They get the rebound. Left side, Daniels. Kispert setting the pick for Daniels. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Mitchell. Norman Powell with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Mitchell looking it over. Hero kicks to Wiggins. Adebayo the screen. And Wiggins is good for 3. Wiggins has got 10 points in just the second half. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Mitchell. And here's Kispert from the arc.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Adebayo passes to Powell. Back to Adebayo. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And checking out some numbers for Jalen Johnson. He's been dominant over the last month. And such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Kennard's checked in. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
All right, fans, get out and show some love for your Heat squad.
Outside Daniels. Alexander Walker on the wing. Kennard on the wing. Bunny from the wing.
Well, some of the most solid mechanics in the league. Kennard has complete trust in his motion.
For Miami, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Outside, Adebayo. Powell outside. Over in the corner, Hero. And the Heat, another three.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Alexander Walker passes to Kennard. Now, here's Kispert, covered by Wiggins. Okongwu with a screen on Hero. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist from Hero. And it's a 4-point Miami lead. Now, Alexander Walker. 12 points for him. Kispert on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Okongwu a screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Gets an open look and hits. Alexander Walker's got 9 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. The power on that proving. Wow. Well, he brings the heat. Hero giving the people what they came to see.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Hero. Okongwu with a screen on Hero. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Back to Hero. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got 8 rebounds in this game. Alexander Walker finds Kennard. Now, here's Kispert. He's covered closely. Alexander Walker passes to Kispert. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Powell. And laid in to finish the break. Powell's got 16 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Checked in. Newell comes in for Kispert. Johnson, he's checked in for Daniel. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Pass to Johnson. There's the screen to the middle. And he jams it with authority.
Well, this is what you love about Johnson. The all-around ability, that time running pick and roll and making the right decision.
And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Hawkins outside. Pass to Jovic. Lock at 6. Shoots the 3. Larson, no good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. McCollum. Here's Newell. He's defended by Ware. Here's Gay. It's hauled in by the Heat. They've led by as many as 11 points. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Hawkins outside. Pass to Ware. The shot, no good. The Hawks trail. McCollum outside. Here's Newell for the lead. He can't get it to go. Launches from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Johnson. Cohen is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Newell, and Gay is in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Back to Powell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, it doesn't take much for Powell to catch fire. And when this happens, there's little you can do to stop it.
First personal foul. First
What's
team
up?
foul. 1.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Newell, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
He's more than capable of running an offense. McCollum is a combo guard who you trust with the ball.
The Heat shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Over in the corner, Hawkins. Pass to Jovic. Ware dishes to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one goes. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Kennard. Here's Newell.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Here's Miami now. They lead by 1. Pass to Ware. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Jovic. 6 to shoot. Now Powell. Over Kennard. Gay with the rebound. The Hawks shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
And here are the Heat now. It's a 1-point game. Powell outside. Here's Larson. Heroes checked in for Miami. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Newell. McCollum against Hero. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Yeah, he's crafty in the two-man game. Hero getting the space he needs.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. High arcing shot. McCollum no good. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I like when Jovic challenges the defense like this, daring to foul them on the way up.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
And saying the name Nikola Jovic. I have to make sure, Coach, I get that right.
Yeah, there's only one letter difference in that last name, but there's a big difference in terms of their game. Jokic, obviously a center. Jovic, a wing player, but this guy's got great size and skill, and people will know this name over the next few years.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Now let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Thank you, Allie. Miami on defense. They've led by as many as 11 points. McCollum with the screen for Johnson. And the call will be against Khalil Ware. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. McCollum against Hero. Shot clock at 5. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Jovic passes to Hero. From 11 feet away, that one off the back iron and out. The Hawks trailing. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to McCollum. Here's Gay. He's covered by Hero. Now here's Kennard. Here's Gay. There's the triple. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's Powell on the wing. Kennard covering. Powell with it. To the paint. Here's Jovic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Heat lead by 4. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Tyler Hero picks one up.
Well, McCollum has a way of causing trouble in there. Very crafty.
C.J. McCollum. 2.
Throw good, McCollum. The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Kispert's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Luke Kennard. And so McCollum nails both of them. For Miami, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Ware. And here's Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Kispert. On up the court. Poke loose. Now here's McCollum. And here is Kispert. Clock at 6. To take the lead. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jaime Hopkins. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Alexander Walker's checked in. Five to shoot. To tie it up. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Adebayo. Back to Alexander Walker. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Wiggins pitch to Hero. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Okongwu. Daniels with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Picked off in midair. Now Ware. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Where? And so Ware nails both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Johnson with a screen on Powell. Outside Daniel. Alexander Walker on the wing. 5 on the clock. Okongwu with a screen on Hero. Free throw line jump shot. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Heat with the lead. Pass to Hero. Wiggins outside. Johnson against Hero. Yep, that one goes in there. Hero's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, when you put Hero in the pick and roll action, you apply pressure on the defense. Tyler is so tough to stop.
Pass to Okongwu. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
How about that athleticism from Jalen Johnson?
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Okay, fans, time to get on your feet and make some noise for your Miami Heat dancers.
Davion Mitchell's checked in for the Heat. And so here is Miami. The lead is 2. Powell down low. Defended by Kispert. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now here's Kispert. Guarded by Powell. Back to Kispert. Outside Daniel to take the lead. Oh, they get it back. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Hero kicks to Powell. Drilled from 11 feet out. Powell's got 23.
Well, what I like about Powell is that he takes what's available. When you give him these mid-range J's, he's more than happy to fire away.
Here's Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The line for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson. 2.
And that one falls for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. The Heat have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Powell. Now Adebayo. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Yes, Adebayo. It's a 1-point game. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by Mitchell. Cleared away by Adebayo. The Heat have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Now Powell for 3. Does not go in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Team foul number 4. At the line for the Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu. 2.
And that one falls for Okongwu.
Well, what I like most about Okongwu is his switchability defensively. He has the size to battle down low and the quickness to guard on the perimeter.
Both free throws good from Okongwu.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Mitchell with it. 1:56 left in the fourth. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up the 3. Okongwu pulls it down. The Hawks leading by 3. Now here's Kispert. Now Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. Beyond the arc. Hero there for the rebound. And he's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Mitchell outside. He drills the 3.
Well, you got to love Hero's versatility. In addition to his scoring prowess, he's a very solid distributor.
Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Mitchell.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Adebayo. 16 feet away. Oh, it's good!
Yeah, with the game on the line, Adebayo wants the ball and he delivers.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Mitchell. Alexander Walker on the wing. Kispert setting the pitch for Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Powell with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hero with it. And Daniels picks him up defensively. Here's Alexander Walker. Driving in. Good.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.